All right. Hi,
Yes.
everyone. This is Julie Foxcroft, your fearless coach, and Mary Grayston, who I like to call the positive intelligence queen. Mary and I were just talking about how hard it is for leaders and managers today. It can be a real shit show.
100%. I mean, often I love that expression that it feels like you need a psych degree to get it right. It's people are complicated.
So complicated, so complicated. And the demands are intense. Regardless of what level you are in the organization, there's a never ending pile of work and constant change that's happening all the time. And then for a person like me who struggles with a few saboteurs of her own, I have the hyper restless saboteur. So I'm constantly just moving from one shiny object to the next. That looks like fun. That looks like fun. And go, 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 go. And then I have the hyper achiever saboteur, which I just love having a list and getting to check it off. But as a leader, those saboteurs, if I let them run amok, they will keep me from having the impact that I want to have. And it can lead to burnout and exhaustion.
Yeah, 100%. The saboteurs, these negative kind of default ways of thinking that create negative impacts. We all have them, and that's where I'm the PQ queen. So we're gonna bust those out, but we really have to understand them. And everyone I know, every leader I've coached has a judge saboteur. One example, that's sort of to me like your inner critic, or the one that makes you feel like an imposter. And this one person I coach, he was promoted, and so suddenly now he's coaching all of his former peers, and he's feeling like not enough. He's avoiding giving feedback. He's people pleasing all over the place, not setting boundaries. I mean, he's burnt out. He's lacking confidence. He's not sure he should be in the role. All of this, it's all sabotage, because the reality is he's absolutely should be in the role. But these saboteurs just really getting in his way. And this is what we can deal with in this work.
So true. So true. And here's the fun part is once you figure out your own shit, then you got to learn how to deal with other people's shit.
Right.
Relationships are so hard, whether there be in the personal or in the workplace setting. Understanding other people's motivations so that you can try to find some common ground in your team to collaborate more effectively. That's a real challenge, right? It's a real challenge figuring out those flows of how to bring those people together and get them all rowing in the same direction or contributing in a meaningful way. And then there's learning people's strengths and what strengths that you want to leverage and bring out in your team. Where might there be blind spots for your team? And one thing I notice with a lot of my clients is there's some strengths that we have that they're behaviors that we feel really comfortable with. And then there's some that we feel so comfortable that when we get into stress, we often will over rotate or they become overdone strengths. And I have several clients who have this beautiful strength of being reserved, which is such a great strength that I don't think gets appreciated in today's world very much, because it creates that space for inclusion and for people to grow and develop. And there's so many great leaders out there who have it. But then when they get stressed, they can often overdo it. And that can become distant. And that's usually the time when their team needs them the most. And so their team's sort of like, where's my leader? I feel lost. The saddest part is that these leaders that I notice that have this strength of being reserved, they are also the strength. They also have the motivation of really putting people first and really wanting to develop their people. So when they get stressed and challenged and they become unintentionally distant, it's the exact opposite thing that they want to create for their teams. So it's really, really hard. Learning about all these things, your motivations, your strengths, as well as your overdone strengths. This is something I like to call as relationship intelligence. And it's become a real powerful tool that I've learned to leverage with my clients.
I mean, this is in part why I'm so excited about this MasterMind program. I mean, being able to understand yourself is one thing, and it's, the first part of the psych degree, but what your expertise in with relationship intelligence, plus, I mean, you've had just years of as a leader in the tech world, just crushing it, and you've got all this wisdom. I mean, it's a total honor for me to be a part of this. I'm pumped.
Well, I was thrilled when you wanted to be a part of the mastermind as well, because I know how much great work you've been doing with your clients as a professional coach for over a decade. And you've really leaned in heavily to integrating positive intelligence into your work that you do with individuals. And I know that you've done with organizations as well. So it was just, it was a dream to have you be a part of the mastermind. And I know, everyone's looking at you right now and they're like, oh, she's so nice and gentle, and don't be fooled by her gentle demeanor. I know firsthand how fierce she can be for her clients. But in all seriousness, Mary and I just want to jump on really quickly and share with everyone how excited we are about our new mastermind, Leaders Rising Together. We have a founders group that's starting really soon, but we're going to be bringing in people on a regular basis. We've got space right now for a few more to join the founders. We've both been doing this work individually for decades, between the both of us, probably 50 years together in some shape or form. I guess that tells how old I am. But
yeah,
we've seen the power. Yeah, exactly. We've seen the power of how this works in groups and just group work. But, I felt really unhappy that the only people that are really getting to have the benefit of all this are people who are lucky enough to be in an organization who's willing to fund it. And I thought, well, let's create this mastermind where I don't need my organization to bring this in. I can join a part of this and be in a group, be in a community that's really supported and nurtured to see how we can help you grow and rise as your authentic leader we know you want to be. So anybody can get value from building their skills as a leader.
Yeah, it's so powerful. And, my mission actually is to have everyone find their inner ally. We all have these inner critics and all of these saboteurs. And with this program, I promise you, you will find that voice that is by your side all of the time. We have to learn how to deal with our own shit so that we can learn how to deal with other people's shit. I mean, it starts with you, and this is the first part of the program.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I love how we keep turning into shit. but you're right. We gotta deal with our shit. We gotta deal with other people's shit, and then at some point we gotta learn how to take the daily grind of shit into something more meaningful. My mission is to help create more well-being and more flourishing in the world. And so how do we turn that daily grind of shit into something more meaningful and flourishing for you and your team? So if you're interested in this at all, then please reach out to Mary and I to find out more, right? You can join our free Facebook group. There's going to be lots of free tips, lots of help, just a chance for you to get to know us better by joining the Facebook group and stay connected. But you'll also be able to find out more about the mastermind in that group. But we hope to see you there. We hope you reach out and connect. In the comments for wherever you're getting this, you'll find all the different ways to get in touch with us. And we love what we're doing and bringing to the world. And we hope that you hear this. Yeah. It resonates with you and you reach out, and we see you soon.
Yes. See you soon. Let's go.
Let's go. Power move.
Magic.
Let's make magic.